So today, Sunday, November 26th, I'm going to do my last app of the year as far as fertilizer goes. So I'm going to show you what I'm running here. This whole app is based off of stress and just to, help sustain a little bit of color. So we'll start here on the end. I've covered a lot of these before. This is Impulse. This is amino acid and a salicylic acid mix, so that's going to help with stress. This is a 10% calcium. It's going to help with stress and strengthen the cell walls. This is a 2900. Pretty self-explanatory. It's not 29% nitrogen, 50 of it's slow release, the other 50 is quick release, and it's got some sulfur and micros in it. And on this, I think I'm putting down 0.08 pounds of N. With this, I'm doing a total app of 0.15 pounds of N. This is potassium, so this is going to help with stress. This is the other fertilizer. It's all quick release. I'm doing 0.07 pounds of that and the 12 iron, which I'll get to. So, like I said, this is just 18% nitrogen, 3% phosphorus, 4% potassium. It's got micros and some amino acid in it. This is Adam's Earth. This is kelp, fulvic, micros in it also. And it's got some plant hormones. It's got amino acids in it. So that's for stress. And obviously this is 12 iron. It's 6% iron, 12% nitrogen. It's all fast release. So we're doing 0.15 pounds of nitrogen total. And I actually think a tenth of a pound of it is quick release. I'd have to get my notes. And the other 0.5 is slow release, which is in the 2900. So we're going to mix this stuff up and get the spray in here. I'll be right back at you. I also wanted to mention that I am going down with 0.15 pounds of potassium, and this potassium was potassium acetate, so this it's rapidly absorbed by the plant. That's what I like to run for the source of potassium that I run. So I'm adding water to my tank. I actually need 55.85 gallons of water. The reason why I use this is because my tank is actually off by the marks, about 4 gallons, and it took me a while to figure out what was going on, because I know I'm calibrated correctly and I just couldn't ever figure it out. So I bought this, and it's dead on. Every time I measure it into a 128 ounce pitcher, it comes up 1 gallon. So I know for a fact that I'm putting the correct amount of water in my sprayer, and it's not over diluted or anything. So I have 31,000 square feet, and I mix for 32 because obviously in my sprayer, you can see it, even though it has a sump, it's not going to suck everything out of it. There's just no way it'll lose pressure before it does that. So, to be accurate, I mix for an extra 1,000 square feet. And so I spray it 2 gallons per 1,000 square feet. So I mix up 64 total gallons of total solution. So it's 55.852 gallons of water, and it's 915 ounces, which is 7.148 gallons of total product. So I got all my product mixed in. I am using O2YS adjuvant, so I have to check the pH. So I'm gonna do that now, show you. So I'm gonna have to, I need to lower that to a 5 to a 4. So it needs to be 4 to a 5 pH for the natural adjuvant slash O2YS. So I'll have to add citric acid to that. So I got my citric acid added to it. You can buy it off of Amazon, or the kind that Pete sells on GCI is actually the best. It's a whole lot stronger, but I didn't have run out of it. But so now we're going to check the pH again. Well, the meter went off. We are under 5. We're good to go on that. I might add just a touch more to take it down to like 4.8. But if you're using the O2YS, like I said, you got to be between 4 and 5 pH. So there's my O2YS. This is the last thing I'm adding to the tank. Anytime you're mixing product, you want to start with the highest pH products and then gradually go to your lowest pH. You don't want to add a pH with a product with a pH of 1 and then add one with a 10 and then go back, with a 6. You want to graduate down from your highest to your lowest pH products. So I started off with my fertilizer, which it's a 9 and a 10.5. So, I graduated from that down the line. I went from, if I had a product that was, say, 7 or 8, I'd add it after I add this. And then, if I had one that was 4.5, the 5, I would add it. And then the last product I add before the adjuvant was this, and it's 0.5 to 1 pH. And that's the great thing about these plant food products. Every single one of them lists the pH of the product. So, that's always a help when you're mixing and you're using something like the O2YS adjuvant. And normally, this has got phosphorus in it. Normally, you don't want to mix calcium with phosphorus. It's a bad idea, but this plant food stuff, I've been using it for years and I know what mixes, and this stuff's so pure, there's just no issue in mixing any of it together that I've seen. Now maybe if you were spraying out of a backpack sprayer, it's possible. You can always do a jar test to test that out, but I've sprayed at 1 gallon per 1,000, 1.5 gallons per 1,000, 2 gallons per 1,000. I've never had any issue mixing any of it together. And what did I run today? Like 8 different products. So it's just as pure as it gets. So we got her all sprayed. This should definitely be the last fertilizer app of the year. I don't foresee it really needing any more. The temperatures next week's going to be low 20s. So as always, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. and we'll keep trying to make some videos. Content's getting hard to come by with the season winding down, but we'll see what we can do.